What y'all expecting out there? These celebrities tired of being celebrities. They go to sleep every night thinking how they can get out of this nightmare and don't have to worry about fans and people pointing, laughing, talking crazy. They say Angie Stone was real good friends with Prince. They saying it's a bunch of men in Cuba that look just like Prince. Now, if Angie Stone went down there and changed her identity, she could easily pass in Colombia and Cuba, anywhere across the world. And the reason why people still speaking on Angie Stone is because her death is a conspiracy. It ain't going nowhere no time soon because people ain't got no proof of nothing. They gonna Tupac her ass. Biggie Smalls Angie. Don't nobody know what happened. It's a mystery. So people coming up with all different types of things. They saying that it's a woman that looked just like Angie Stone was at a soul food restaurant in Atlanta earlier today. And when people walked up to her, they was confused. People couldn't even eat their food in the restaurant. They thought it was Angie sitting up in there. The chef had to come from behind the counter and ask this woman if she was Angie Stone. People don't want to think about this, but for insurance policies, people will do any damn thing. They had fraudulent GoFundMe accounts, fraudulent cash apps, fraudulent police reports, fraudulent news reports. Everything about this thing fraudulent. She started out in the music industry right when Trump got in office. It's a bunch of people looking for ways to get up out the country and live happily ever after. They claiming that Angie somewhere chilling and she ain't even think about coming back to America. And I know these some outlandish claims, but y'all remember her son, Swavo Twain, had a head full of dreads, big old brother. When y'all see him at the funeral, this man done lost about 100 pounds. He shaved them dreads off. He looked like he was about to get ready to go somewhere. The whole family ready to get the hell up out of here, man. She could easily blend in Jamaica. She could move to Haiti and live like a queen. She ain't got to live in no tent city. People ain't gonna know who she is. There's plenty of big, beautiful black women in Atlanta. But this one that they seen at that restaurant eating up all them green, they saying that she looked just like Angie Stone. So people confused. And you can't blame people for being confused over a situation to where we don't know what the hell is going on. People could say anything. A fraudulent fundraiser claiming to support Angie Stone's legacy just days after her death has been banned by GoFundMe after raking in over 12K. Now, who gonna do that unless they felt like they was authorized to do something like this? People taking advantage of the situation each and every way. The GoFundMe spokesperson confirmed to TMZ that all donations have been refunded, and the organizer, it been funny stuff going on ever since this happened, man. Now they claiming that the people in her hometown is calling her Makasheli because she pulled the Tupac and she's somewhere overseas right now. Now I don't believe these rumors. Let me get this part straight, man. I tell y'all the rumors and the stuff that they reporting. I tell y'all about the things that they saying in the street. This nursing home got all different types of rumors about celebrities. I'll let y'all know what they speaking about out there. But that don't mean I believe the stuff myself. And I ain't trying to encourage y'all to believe that Angie Stone pulled some old flip-flop shit so she can get out the country and live happily ever after like a whole lot of people scheming to do, man. With these terrorists going up, the price of living, who the hell, if you ain't gotta stay, then you ain't gonna stay. That's for a whole lot of people out here, man. They saying that these celebrities finding a way to flip the game, pull up fast when they said Michael Jackson's still alive, Prince still alive. People figure out a way to get the hell out of Dodge without having to worry about no criticism or whatever the case is. Ain't got to worry about no cheesy ass fans. Fans ain't what they used to be. And that's the number one problem for celebrities, these fake ass fans. These people love you one minute, hate you the next. they be reading all that mean stuff people be saying on social media. A lot of these celebrities wind up hating their fans, and they wish they was never a celebrity in the first place. And before you know it, they thinking, well, hell, life would be so much better if I ain't have to put up with this nonsense at all. Everything about this Angie Stone situation sound to me like somebody was trying to get the hell out of town. She got hit by two 18-wheelers. How in the hell that happened? The initial crash didn't kill nobody, but when the truck spun back around, it didn't hit nobody but Angie. She was the only one standing on the side of the road. The truck don't mess. Usually, when trucks see people on the side of the road, they get in the other lane. This motherfucker must have been looking to see if that was Angie Stone and got too close and hit the woman. And they still was able to put her in the casket. These the rumors out there, man. And y'all got to pay close attention. I'm going to share this with y'all one more time because I ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings or offend nobody. But y'all got to think about this real hard. I want y'all to put y'all thinking caps on and think about this real hard. If Angie Stone is really gone, why did they turn her funeral into a Hollywood production? Why did they have Tyler Perry come out there for extra publicity? It's like they put layers and layers and layers on top of this cake, and by the time you slice into it, you realize it ain't nothing but fluff. I'm tired of it, man. These are the type of conspiracies that's gonna go in the UFO files, the X files. We ain't never gonna stop talking about this because they ain't giving us no straight answers. Y'all need to see this because when I seen this tripped me completely out. And I ain't about to be up all night scared. Not by myself. Y'all gonna watch this. Matter of fact, Reggie set that up, man. Y'all gonna watch this with me because I ain't about to do this all by myself. Turn it on. No, the other one, fool. Turn the other one on. Yeah, take that out of there. Oh Lord, this nigga retarded. Put that up there. God damn it. Y'all listening? All right, man. Smooth everything out because they listening. All right, here we go. Y'all need to listen at there.
Angie Stone has died in a car crash. We're told she had just finished a concert in Mobile, Alabama Friday, was heading to Atlanta when the van she was riding in crashed. It's still not clear why they crashed or how the other people in the van are doing.
Angie Stone, a beloved R&B singer, tragically lost her life in an accident that also left others in the vehicle injured. Her passing has deeply saddened many, especially her children. However, beyond the grief, shocking revelations from her autopsy report have surfaced, raising even more questions about the true circumstances of her death.
New at 4, R&B soul singer Angie Stone has died following a car crash.
This is especially since she had just recently spoken out. What did the autopsy reveal? Join us in this video as we take a look into the devastating...
See, that's why people saying this is a hoax. People saying it's all for entertainment. Her coming out in the first place, speaking on Clive Davis, UMG, and these record labels and stuff, creating a conspiracy for people to have. And then the mysterious death. This some old Houdini shit. Everybody else made it out the goddamn crash except for Angie Stone. And the survivors ain't doing no blogs. They ain't chasing no clout. They ain't trying to let people know what time it is or how it happened. They ain't giving testimonials. The Lord spared their lives and they can't give their side of the story. You got people that wasn't there, people that barely knew Angie Stone speaking on her behalf, bloggers or whatever, trying to put it together. When you got witnesses, people that was in the crash, they had some old white lady talking about she was there and Angie Stone got swooped up by the 18-wheeler and she don't remember what happened after that. She ain't say nothing about no blood, no guts, no nothing. This a conspiracy, man. Now people believing that ain't nothing even happened to Angie Stone. She just got out of Dodge. She through with America, through with the country. She going to do her own thing, man. And celebrities, they feel like that sometimes. They get done wrong by their fans. Let me tell y'all, these rappers, half of them, they say dead. They ain't dead. They out there in Cuba somewhere in a whole nother country. They took their little rap money and they living like a king out of Mexico somewhere. And you would do it too. How long you gonna be able to deal with ignorant ass people for the rest of your life, man? You can't go in the Dollar Tree. You got ignorant people following you around. They up all night thinking, how in the hell can I get out of this shit? She was good friends with a lot of them people, they say, pulled the Machiavelli. That's why they call her Machiavelli. She might be gone, but people in Atlanta say it's always some big lady hanging out in the back of them soul food restaurants down there, and she look dead on Angie Stone. And when she get up there to order her plate, she want double the green and put a hog maul on that shit. That's what they claim. Now, I don't know if this stuff true, but people talking, and people got a right to talk. When they start giving us straight answers, then we'll know what time it is. When you see a video of a rapper get shot, you know what happened. It ain't nothing else to talk about. You seen the bullets go in his ass. You seen him laid out on the concrete. You seen the blood coming from his white tee. Ain't nothing else to talk about. But when you ain't got no proof and people just alligating and speculating, now you got rumors of Angie Stone doppelgangers and twins. You got rumors of ladies in their yard planting they fucking plants and they dealing with their gardens and stuff, and got people coming up, paparazzi, taking pictures, talking about their Angie Stone. And it might be, but we don't know because they ain't telling us nothing, man. She might be out there at a soul food restaurant right now in front of a big old plate of greens for all we know, man. That's what they saying in Atlanta. You got reports of sightings of Angie Stone all across the country. So is she gone or no? They ain't showed us the autopsy report. They did a whole funeral. People ain't even looking in the casket. And you could put a blow-up doll in there and paint it black and say that's Angie Stone. So where the proof at, man? You go to the party store and put together an Angie. If that's really what you want to do, people smart. They could, what they call it? When they be printing shit, they could Photoshop print Angie Stone if that's what they wanted to do. Y'all need to listen at this. Like I said, this the part that creeped me out. Listen.
Autopsy result. Devastating news. Shocking details about Angie Stone's autopsy report. New findings from Angie Stone's autopsy have left the public in shock, raising serious questions about what truly caused her death. While the official report claimed she passed away due to an accidental medical condition, unsettling new information suggests there may be much more to the story.
Oh, they better not catch Angie, because what's she gonna do? They catch her at the red light and stuff. They make her put her hands up and get down and everything. What if she get busted for faking it, man? And I ain't saying that's what she did, but it's way too many suspicions. Her kids acting like they can't say nothing about nothing but a cash app and ain't got no teeth. Her son Swavo Twain, when his album coming out, he ain't got no unreleased music or whatever the case is. And I know they mourning their family, and I ain't trying to make a fool out of nobody, especially myself. You know, I ain't trying to get on here and make a fool out of myself, but we seen it happen over and over again to where people go missing. Where the money at? They talking about she was too broke to pay for her funeral, and Tyler Perry stepped in and paid for the funeral. If they was friends and they was close, would Tyler help her pull off a damn hoax just so she don't have to deal with the public no more? I'm pretty sure he'd do it too. He already dressed up like Madea. So he tired of being Tyler Perry. Now he tired of being Madea. Before you know it, he gonna be tired of it all together and wind up going to another country. It's plenty of people trying to figure out a way to get out. And they claim that Angie Stone just so happened to be one of them people.
Now, highly respected journalist and ABC News anchor David Muir has reportedly taken a deep interest in the case, determined to uncover the real truth behind Angie's tragic passing. David is known for his fearless investigations, and sources say he has been meticulously reviewing the autopsy findings. Insiders claim he may have uncovered something completely unexpected. Although the full report has not yet been made public, some sources suggest that David has discovered disturbing evidence, something that could change everything. In a brief but chilling statement,
Man, I hope they don't try to put nobody in jail behind this, because if they do, it's gonna be game over for a lot of them celebrities that decided that they ain't want to participate in the BS no more. They on her trail. They smell the fish. They know something ain't right. And when you got somebody like this on the job, he ain't gonna quit till he gets to the bottom of it. They might bring her family in for questioning. They might get a touch of that damn van driver, because all them people survived where they at. They gonna wind up blowing this thing wide open. And if they drag Angie Stone out of a hole somewhere and she's still living and stuff, the people been had. Have a whole funeral or whatever the case is. They said Nipsey Hussle in Arabia right now, and people still don't know who he is. He blend in over there, man. He go back to Ethiopia. All he got to do is know how to move his head like that. He gonna blend in with everybody over there. A lot of these celebrities that they be saying is dead, they just tired of playing the game. I ain't talking about Angie Stone. Because as far as I'm concerned, me personally, what I personally believe, outside of the rumors and the allegations, I believe she gone. And I want y'all to say R.I.P. to Angie Stone, just to be safe. Because it's a possibility that she ain't here no more. And whoever that is at them soul food restaurants, they just so happen to look like Angie Stone. But you can't blame people for making up these type of rumors, because that's all we working with is rumors. The police report, what they said at the funeral, ain't nobody being straight about this.
he reportedly said, "This is disturbing. I never thought a star like Angie Stone would lose her life in such a senseless way. And now, with these new autopsy findings, there are even more questions than before. Soon, the whole truth will come out." David has yet to reveal specific details, but those close to the situation believe he may be withholding key information for an upcoming report that could send shockwaves through the entire industry. As speculation continues to grow, many are left wondering, what did the autopsy really uncover? Could the truth behind Angie Stone's death be even more horrifying than anyone imagined? Angie was always known for her strength, pushing forward no matter the obstacle.
They trying to documentary her. They getting it all set up. They lining their pockets up, man. This could turn out to be a real tragic and American horror story. It seemed like somebody trying to be slick. Somebody done got away with a bag. I hope it's not a kidnapping situation. You know, people holding her ransom till them Clyde Davis checks come in. You just never know. She probably did that show and they decided, we can't let you go. You don't already let it be known that you owe $50 million. People will pull off of Ocean's 11 for some shit like that. You walk around looking like money bags. You got $50 million that's supposed to be coming in. People get to scratching their head. Like, hell, she already owed. Tell the public whatever we need to tell them to keep them off our trail. She might be in somebody's basement somewhere for $50 million, and she traveling with a bunch of struggling magicians and everything. They say the van driver was sketchy. I ain't trying to plant nothing in y'all head, but they investigating. They got the FBI. They doing forensics. They trying to get to the bottom of the autopsy. People in her entourage shady. And the dude that be doing all that talking, what's his name? He be talking for hours and hours about Angie Stone, and the more he talk, the more guilty he look. So we gonna have to see. I'm about to share some stuff with y'all that's really gonna have y'all scratching your head, man. And you're gonna be stuck for days trying to figure out what the hell is really going on. Cause I was stuck like that. I was confused. She was good friends with Prince. He got enough money to get somebody out of the country, make a couple of phone calls, some fraudulent news reports and stuff.
Obstacles. Even when she faced serious health issues like diabetes and high blood pressure, she kept going. The official explanation of her death suggested it was an unfortunate medical event, possibly linked to her ongoing health struggles. However, her son, Michael, who had stood by her side through her toughest moments, couldn't ignore the feeling that something wasn't right. Friends had noticed strange things happening in the weeks before her death: missed calls, canceled plans, and a growing sense of fear. Some even recalled Angie voicing concerns that her phone was being tapped and that someone was keeping an eye on her.
Uh-oh.
At the time, many brushed it off as stress, but after her sudden passing, those eerie details took on a far more chilling meaning. According to Michael, the night before she died, Angie told him she was scared, not just for her career, but for her life. She hinted,
Ain't that how Tupac was talking before he got taken out the game? Before he wound up mysteriously passing away, people ain't see him in a casket. Tupac ain't even have a funeral. He was rapping about the music industry trying to take his life and people after him, and he don't know how much longer he gonna live. Angie Stone was talking like that too. And then next thing you know, they pull a Houdini, a Machiavelli. When you start feeling like somebody watching you and you ain't safe and you don't know what to do, you don't know who to trust, your ass need to get out of town. What's that movie? Hold on, let me show y'all something. Matter of fact, I just got done watching the damn movie. Y'all need to see this. I just got done watching the damn movie. Y'all remember this? Let me put it on the big screen. Y'all remember this movie? And I ain't gonna spoil it for you if you ain't seen it, but people that disappear, they have it all on the news, missing person, people trying to figure it out, news reports and shit. People will find a way to get away if that's what they trying to do. If they sick of it, they tired of playing games. They figured out a way how to get to Jamaica somewhere and live like a king or a queen, offer their royalties, and ain't nobody gonna be all up their butt. Have a nice little gated house in Africa somewhere, nice and secluded, got all the food, mangoes, strawberries, bananas and shit. She probably over there living like the Queen of Zamunda while we trying to figure out what happened with the 18-wheelers and shit. But that's just my allegation. I don't know everything. Listen at this.
that powerful figures in the industry wanted her silence, especially after she started speaking out about stolen royalties, unfair treatment, and secret business deals that had cost her millions. Less than 24 hours later, she was gone. But what happened next made the situation even more alarming. When Michael reviewed her autopsy report, he immediately noticed details that didn't align with the public narrative. Michael couldn't shake the memory of something Angie had told him just days before she passed. She had confided, "I feel like someone is watching me. Every time I speak out, something bad happens, a contract disappears, a deal falls through, or I get a warning call telling me to stay in my lane." At the time, Michael assumed his mother was simply venting her frustrations about her ongoing legal battles with former record labels and management teams that had allegedly withheld millions in royalties. Insurance company.
See, this the thing, man. This is when that blackmail and all that shit come into place. When you paint it, once you paint the image of somebody, just like that movie, man. I promise y'all, and I ain't trying to be funny. She painted an image like her husband was trying to kill her. She made it seem like her husband was trying to take her out. Her husband was fucking with her money. Her husband doing all this type of stuff. When the truth of the matter is, she was trying to get Ghost. She was trying to get up out of there, change her identity, live a different life. Like she was tired of being Angie Stone. Well, not Angie Stone. I'm talking about the movie, man. She was tired of being whoever she was in the movie and painted her husband out to be the number one suspect. And when she did that, the public had him by the balls. While she getting away, people too busy trying to tear down UMG. People looking for Clive Davis and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to watch this movie. And this movie ain't the reason why I came up with this video. People been hitting me up all week talking about some big lady in the back of them soul food restaurants, peeking around them corners and shit, waiting for them greens to get done. It might be, I don't know who it is. It might be your auntie or somebody. It's a bunch of women that look like Angie Stone, especially in the Caribbean. Like I said, man, she get to Mexico or wherever she allegedly trying to go, she gonna blend right in. You got some old Japanese women that look just like Angie Stone. They might think that's their grandmama or something over there. You just never know. One thing for sure, this is very, very fishy. And I need y'all to hit that like and call in too. Okay, we got that set up. All right, here we go.
The autopsy findings, he wasn't so sure. With David Muir now digging deeper into the case and new evidence coming to light, the world is left waiting for answers. Was Angie Stone's death really an accident? Or is there something far more devastating behind the story? Keep watching as we look deeper into what Angie Stone shared before her death. Angie Stone speaks out on career setbacks, false accusations, and missing royalties. In a video first shared in September 2024, Angie Stone opened up about how her breakup with singer D'Angelo had a major impact on her career. She explained, "Not long after we split, everything slowed down, fewer tour dates, less work coming in. And of course, the way people saw me only made things worse." Stone also claimed that someone had deliberately tried to destroy her reputation. According to her, a specific person was assigned to spread false stories, making it seem like she was responsible for D'Angelo's struggles with drugs and alcohol.
Man, y'all gotta listen to me and listen to me good. How long would it take for a person to feel like enough is enough? How much more can somebody take? People playing with your money. When do you decide that it's time to get even? Sometimes you got to pull a heist. You're going to have to pull something off because people ain't giving a damn about you when you alive. Maybe people will hear her out if she no longer visible. With a 18-wheeler hitting the minivan, came back and hit Angie Stone. Ain't nobody got no footage. Boosie got in a car crash the other day. People had Boosie out in the street, shirt off, homies laid all over the damn car. I did a video about it. They had Boosie fresh out of the wreck on the damn camera. Looking pitiful, man. Look at this. They had that boy all over the news. It was fresh. Boosie got in a car accident. They got the footage. They got everything. Civilians put this shit online. And you mean to tell me Angie Stone crash barely got anything on it? They ain't got no real. That footage could have happened years ago. The Angie Stone crash looked like something that happened in the 90s. Look at this. This ain't even a modern day picture. This man got on a Limp Bizkit t-shirt trying to open up the van door. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it, because they saying that it's a possibility somebody made all this shit up. When the 18-wheeler hit your ass, everybody gonna die. Especially if he come back and hit your ass again. What sense do it make? It said Angie Stone crash was one of dozens of Montgomery crashes in the same day. Wait a minute. Weekend crash that killed Angie Stone was one of dozens across Montgomery. The weekend also included major accidents that shut down lanes for roads and interstates, according to Alabama law enforcement. And she just so happened to be in the hot spot of accidents. It's more than 57 reported and mobile armed crashes, which was in the midst of the Mardi Gras celebrations. It's more than Madison, Jefferson, or Lee counties. It ain't sitting right with me, man. I don't know about y'all, but this damn show ain't sitting right with me. In my soul, I feel like something ain't right. I feel like they ain't being honest and they not telling the whole truth. It's sort of like they hate the public because they know that we ain't nothing but piranhas. They know that we ain't gonna do nothing but make up shit. You know, they know that's what we gonna do. They provided us with enough ammunition to make up whatever comes to mind while somebody getting away with the money, while somebody getting away with the cash, while somebody's making a dash. Somebody created a diversion to keep them off their tracks. And I ain't saying that's what Angie Stone did. I would never accuse her of anything. They don't have her funeral. Rest in peace to Angie Stone. You know, that would be very unthoughtful or unkind or malicious for me to say Angie Stone staged her own murder so she can get out of America, because ain't nobody trying to pay them tariffs. It ain't gonna be no fans to go to no concerts because people getting laid off. People don't know what they want to do. You got to choose. You gonna eat or go to an Angie Stone concert. And, you know, Angie gonna be up there singing by herself if she would have stayed, you know. Ask yourself this question. If you had the opportunity to get the hell out and go on somewhere with your money, live like a king or a queen, you know, have your friends and your family, they can come visit or whatever, and start over and turn over a new leaf, wouldn't you do it? Let me share something with y'all real quick. It's only going to take a second. Where that shit at? Where this motherfucker, I do apologize. This man made so many incognito out. He fixed his face so he could be incognito. He fixed his face to where when he put on a mask or put on some Eddie Murphy Nutty Professor shit, it fit right on his face. People be like, oh, he mutilated his face because he ain't trying to be black. No, he mutilated his face so when he go incognito, he can do it however he want to do it. He ain't got to worry about no nose mask, no lip mask, fucking up his whatever face he want to put on. Look at this. Think that's it. No, put that nigga on the Eddie Murphy suit. He played plenty of characters, man. He could have did it all. People been pulling this off for a long time. Look at this. People been making reports about Prince faking it for years, man. They saying that he ain't passed away in no damn elevator or whatever the case is. No, Prince did not fake his death. He died of accidental overdose of fentanyl and synthetic opioids at his Parsley Park studio or whatever. That's a conspiracy, man. Don't nobody know for sure. These people get tired. He had a tattoo that said slave on his face. They be trying to get the fuck up out that system. They tired of being used and abused. They tired of being mistreated. They tired of the fame. They sick of it, man. Even though they got the money and the fame and stuff, they feel like they prisoners of their fame. They can't live a normal life. They'll do anything just to have some normalcy in their life. And Angie Stone and Prince was tight. And I ain't saying he put down the bag and said, "Come on, Angie," and told her to come wherever he at. But these are conspiracies that's been said for generations about these celebrities, man. And with Angie Stone's situation, they investigating because everything about it is fraudulent. And when you say fraudulent, you say that's somebody's a fraud or somebody's committing fraud. And that's a dangerous game to be playing. The GoFundMe fraud. Is there anything about the Angie Stone situation that's not fraudulent? That's the part that people be skipping over. People want to talk about the obvious bullshit. We all know it's a bunch of obvious BS. So that make it fraudulent. How fraudulent is it? You know what I'm saying? How deep do the rabbit hole go? Hold on, y'all not even looking at what I'm looking at. I do apologize. And she left out right on time. Trump came in office, all hell breaking loose. People like, what the hell is we gonna do? She probably was like, this is the time I'm gonna do what I wanted to do all along, allegedly. That could be the case.
I was told that this person's job was to send out letters everywhere, making people believe I was the reason he started drinking and using drugs. Like I was to blame for everything that went wrong, Stone said. But I don't do drugs. I have never been involved in any of the things that have caused others to struggle. In another resurfaced video from December 2024, Stone spoke out against Universal Music Group, UMG, accusing them of mishandling her royalties for years. My publishing, my royalties, my mechanical rights, they've all been taken from me, she said. I found out that Universal Music Group has been collecting every single one of my royalties and mechanicals. She also claimed that many of her songs had not been properly registered, which left her without the money she had rightfully earned. Could Angie Stone's decision to speak out be the reason behind the unsettling details in her autopsy? And in her absence, did anyone rise to protect her legacy and stand up for the truth? Stay tuned.
I hate to say it, man. I hate to say it, but in situations like this, even when women planning a divorce, they got to have all their ducks in a row. Alibis, fucking reasonings, everything. You got to have that stuff laid out. And before you get your money alive, the only way the money gonna come in is if you no longer alive. How long have they been cooking this thing up? Because they damn sure was cooking it. Don't say they wasn't. They was putting it together for a while. She came out the blue. It's like she put out all this shit at one time. And then in the beginning of the year, 2025, this is it, like Michael Jackson. It ain't adding up, y'all. The wrong people speaking on it. The right people ain't saying nothing. And with Tyler Perry going up there, her funeral was a Hollywood production. It was Hollywood, man. I wasn't expecting Tyler Perry to come out there and say anything. They turned it into a BET special. That's what got me thinking that something definitely not right about this. If you got friends like Tyler Perry in the industry, you ain't got to worry about your royalties. You shouldn't have to worry just by the fact that you cool with Tyler Perry. If they want to do right by him, they going to do right by you. You know what I'm saying? And when he came out and gave that speech talking about he paid for the funeral and everything, sweeping all this shit under the rug. Fraudulent. That's how I feel about it. And a lot of other people feel the same way about it. And this would trip me out. I went to the gas station and the Cuban man was damn near in tears behind the register, talking about I can't eat, I can't sleep anymore. Waiting for you to walk through the door. I wish I didn't miss you anymore. When I heard that shit, that's when I knew that she was over there going platinum in Colombia, got on her Chiquita banana outfit, doing concerts and shit, raking in all them De Niro's or whatever you call it. She could probably be over there getting paid. They love a big black woman overseas. Ask them about it. Y'all ever heard of the Black Madonna? They might be worshiping Angie Stone over there. All she had to do was figure out a way to get away from a bunch of ignorant ass. I ain't even gonna say all that. But her fans wasn't shit. A lot of crackheads listen to Angie Stone. And I ain't trying to be funny about it, man. But them old ladies making gourmet meals out of ramen noodles and grilled cheese sandwiches, 9 times out of 10 had Angie Stone playing in the bag. I ain't trying to be funny, man. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this conspiracy. And it's going to go on and on and on until people provide us with some real proof. Everything I'm saying is alleged allegations and speculations for entertainment purposes. I ain't got no proof neither. But I know BS when I hear it, and everything I heard about Angie Stone thus far ain't nothing but some BS. I can't trust that she really gone. Not with this information they putting out, y'all.
Tuned to find out. Tyler Perry calls for justice at Angie Stone's memorial. Tyler Perry delivered a deeply moving speech at Angie Stone's memorial, blending heartfelt tribute with a powerful rebuke of the music industry's long history of exploiting artists. As he stood before a grieving audience, he honored the neo-soul icon while exposing the unfair system that robbed her and countless others of the financial rewards they rightfully deserved. The memorial was a beautiful celebration of Stone's life and career, filled with emotional speeches and soul-stirring performances from those who cherished her. Yet, Perry's words carried an unmistakable weight, cutting through the sorrow with a message that demanded attention. His speech turned the service into a moment of reckoning for an industry that has long been accused of undervaluing and underpaying Black artists. Stone spent years fighting for the royalties owed to her, a battle far too familiar to many veteran musicians. Just weeks before her passing, she shared a heartbreaking...
A lot of times in them mob movies, they say, look, Sonny, we gonna give you your money, but you bet not never show your face around this motherfucker ever again. Like, okay, boss, I got you. Hey, you ain't got to worry about me. I'm going. I get my money, I get out of town. You never got to hear from me again, man. You'll never see me. I'm going to go to Miami and change my name, change everything, boss. Don't worry about it. Just give me my money. I give my wife and my kids. You'll never see us again. Like, all right, Archie, I'm going to write you this check. But if I ever see your fucking face in here in New Jersey, you're dead meat. Like, boss, don't worry. I'm going. I'm going to get out of town. You ain't never got to see me again. Usually that's how it go. When people give you a payoff, they're going to tell you, like, I don't never want to see you again, especially if it's a large amount of money. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine coming out of pocket and you got to pay somebody $50,000? When you done writing, when you hand them that check and they go to snatch the check and you still holding on to it, like, look, man, here go your money. And I don't never, ever want to see you ever again in my life. That's usually how it go, man. In order to get the money, sometimes you got to get the fuck out of there. That's like if you sue your job, you ain't going to be on the schedule no more. You sue your job for $50 million and you show up to work with an apron on, like ain't nothing, they gonna man get the matter of fact. Not only are you fired, but we don't never want to see you in another one of our franchises ever again. A lot of times, that's the only way you could get the money. I ain't saying that's what she did, but hell, a payout calls for a layout, and they did the funeral and everything. So I don't know, man. It's crazy like that. But I believe she gone. Rest in peace to Angie Stone. But I could see why people coming up with these silly rumors and conspiracies and things like that.
Video in which she spoke openly about her financial struggles, despite her decades of groundbreaking contributions to R&B and soul music.
Having your information freely available on the internet makes it easier for anyone to impersonate you online.
Perry, a longtime advocate for underrepresented voices in entertainment, refused to stay silent. His frustration was evident as he called out the industry's failure to provide artists with fair compensation. "I'm tired of seeing us struggle," he declared, his voice thick with emotion. He spoke not only as a filmmaker and media mogul, but as someone who had witnessed firsthand the industry's deep-rooted injustices. He understood the heavy toll it had taken on artists like Stone, visionaries who shaped generations, yet never saw financial security that matched their impact. During his speech, Perry referenced Stone's song $20, a haunting reflection on economic hardship. Its lyrics captured the very struggle she endured, creating timeless music while barely making enough to survive.
And you know what, man? When people feel underappreciated and they feel like people just don't value them no more, that's when people decide that I'm done playing. No matter how many scores or how many points they score and they still don't get the recognition, that really kills somebody's spirit, man. And I seen it firsthand when Angie Stone was alive and she was doing them live streams and things. People wasn't showing up to her lives. When she was saying what she was saying, people wasn't taking her seriously. They didn't make it a big deal when she was alive. And she been talking like this for years. It was sad to see. She talking about when we get 20 people up in here, then that's when I'm gonna start exposing the music industry. We got 5 people. When we get 20, that's when I'm gonna start telling everybody. And she talked for a whole hour. And then be like, when we get 20 people up in here, that's when I'm gonna really she ain't never get into what really happened. She said she was gonna name names and everything, waiting for 20 people to join the damn live. She ain't never get around to it because people weren't paying attention. But when you gone, that's when people act like they give a damn. So in order for your voice to be heard and to put a message out there, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do in order to grab people's attention. And unfortunately, the world we live in, the only way somebody gonna even think about your ass is if you dead. I ain't saying she faked her death. I would never say nothing like that. But when you got Medea involved and this is a Hollywood theatrics going on, you just never know.
Perry used the song as a stark symbol of a larger issue, reminding the audience that Stone's story was not an isolated case. For decades, countless artists, particularly Black musicians, have been denied the wealth their artistry generated, while major corporations reaped the benefits.
Yeah.
His words transformed grief into a powerful call for justice. The industry, he argued, must undergo a fundamental shift. Artists who pour their hearts and souls into their work should not be left struggling while executives accumulate massive wealth at their expense.
Hold on. So they trying to use her as some type of martyr for Black women to get paid. Remember when Taraji P. Henson was crying about not getting paid and Tyler Perry came and gave her some money for a movie? Hold on. Matter of fact, I need to pull that up real quick. Damn, I typed in Taraji P. Henson and Taj Mahal popped up. What that got to do with any damn thing? Said Taraji P. Henson. He say nothing about no damn Taj Mahal. Hold on. Y'all need to see this real quick. Y'all stay tuned. I'm getting it set up. All right, here we go. Oh, let me do that. All right, here we go. Come on.
Tonight, Taraji P. Henson's brutally honest and emotional explanation of Hollywood's pay disparity is going viral. CNN host Gayle King interviewed Henson and the cast of The Color Purple. It's a film from CNN's parent company, Warner Brothers Discovery. Now,
y'all see that bullshit? They got Gayle King, Oprah Winfrey, The Color Purple, Tyler Perry. The same man that was at Angie Stone funeral, they speaking on women's pay and economics and shit. How we know they ain't pay Angie Stone to be a martyr, to be a victim for the mistreatment of women, of womanhood in the entertainment business? You know, somebody gonna have to take the plunge. What if they Monique her ass?
King asked Henson if she was thinking about quitting acting.
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. I'll have to. The math ain't mathing.
Here to discuss this with me now is actress Yvette Nicole Brown. Yvette, that
shit, Alpha Phi Alpha, Sigma Phi Sigma Phi Alpha, Alpha Phi Alpha, all that shit. They be in them pictures and shit. Be throwing up them sororities and things. The fraternity sororities. I'm my sister's keeper and all that shit. Probably had to take one for the team. And I know this is insensitive. I ain't trying to be an asshole about it. But if there's an agenda to be played, and one of the sisters got to come up the back to get some justice, equality popping, you know, people willing to take one for the team, man. They'll set you up good. They have your ass in Colombia somewhere. You just never know, man.
Has really touched a nerve in Hollywood. Taraji has been nominated for an Oscar. She's had multiple Emmys, Screen Actor Guild Awards. She's a household name. It's surprising to a lot of people to see those tears and to hear her say she's not being paid fairly.
Yeah, I mean, the truth is none of us are. You know, the pay disparity for Black women, period, is horrible, and it extends to Hollywood as well. What broke my heart about seeing it is that Taraji is one of our treasures. You know what I mean? She's one of the ones that has been in the trenches for forever. She should be paid what she's worth. And the tears that she cried.
See, they on the crusade with this thing. They going hard about this. You just never know, you know, what it calls for or what they trying to get done with this thing. I need y'all to listen at this real quick, because this is another thing that had me scratching my head. Listen. Hold on, get it together. Say something, goddammit. Oh my God. The fuck? She in the hotel somewhere. We ain't got all day with this shit. This mother. I ain't gonna be able to do it. She take out. Say something. Motherfucker. The hell she doing? Wiping mayonnaise off her mouth? Say something.
I'm just waiting for a few more people to pull up. Thank you, Kevin. Come on. Come on.
I ain't got time for this shit. Say what the hell you got to say. She thinks she Angie Stone or somebody.
I've been seeing some.
Oh God damn.
I've been seeing some stuff on the internet.
Oh, dang.
We almost said, okay, we at 500 and something. So for y'all watching, I've been.
Man, she should have said that shit when nobody was on there. That way she'd go edit it, come back or whatever. She gonna wait till 500 people get on there for this
Seeing
shit.
some stuff on the internet, but I'm not in internet mode. I posted my Cash App today because people were asking where they could send money to us. Because of all the scams and all the things that's been going on, I posted my Cash App. If you want to donate, donate. If you don't. All that negative, where her money at, why she doing this, it don't fucking matter why I'm doing it. Some of y'all have no respect for the dead or their family. Some of y'all have no idea what we going through. So I'm saying this one time and one time only. If you don't want to send no fucking money, keep your nasty ass comments to yourself. Because now ain't the time, nor the place. And anybody who know me know I go 10 toes about mine. So if you don't want to send nothing, don't. We don't need you to send nothing, but if you want to, feel free.
She ain't got no dentures or nothing she could have popped on or nothing from Amazon or whatever the case is. That's what got me thinking that everything about this is sketchy. When you say what you got to say it without no tea. And that way, that's going to keep everybody off your trail. Regardless of what she talking about, all people can think about is Angie Stone knocking her teeth out. That's a distraction. That's what you call smoke and mirrors, man. They ain't been legit about nothing that been going on. If she really wanted people to take her seriously and let the world know that she mourning, ball some fucking toilet paper up and put it up in her gums or do something. Somebody get her a mouth guard and put in there. And I know everybody can't help it. Everybody ain't able. Everybody ain't fortunate. But come on. It's too much Nickelodeon shit going on with this Angie Stone situation. And it got people thinking that it's a possibility that somebody lying about her death or she faked her death because they claiming it's a woman in Atlanta that looked just like Angie Stone, in and out them soul food restaurants and things. I don't think it's her. But I don't know what to believe at this point. Y'all got to listen at this. Hold on. Y'all stay tuned. Okay, listen at this, y'all.
Stone Paxson, I'm back again, you guys. And this video, so let me let everybody know that now this video might be my last video on this particular subject. Now, I'm not.
I hope it's his last video, period, man. Because if anybody, this the man that was supposed to be her right-hand man, helping her manage everything. And he raking up, caking up off of this damn news. No sympathy, no remorse. Is he looking out for Angie? Because that's what it seemed like to me.
I'm going to stop talking about the music industry because that's the business I'm in. I'll talk about, publishing and how that works in copyright and how things work when it comes to publishing and the copyright with artists and things like that. I'll do other videos speaking of that. But I wanted to do this last video concerning Angie. And the reason why I'm doing this is because there are a lot of people that reminded me that I never mentioned the name of the person that spoke to me that morning in the hospital over the phone after that accident happened. We'll start with that first. So the person that I spoke to that morning at the hospital, you guys, this light is in my way. The person that I spoke to that morning that is in the circle of people that are right amongst Angie and that has been is a lady by the name of Shayna Shell. She goes by Queen Shayna Bunche online, Queen Shayna Bunche, Shayna Shells, and she She sings. She's not really an artist, but I guess she wants to be an artist. She has a company called Sacred Sound. So this is the young lady that Angie entrusted to handle her inner business. This is the lady that was going back.
Shut the fuck up, man. I'm tired of listening at this fool. I'm tired of it. Whatever he talking about, who cares? This the most famous celebrity he ever got in his life. He milking it. Going on and on for hours about, is she dead or no? That's all we need to know. Is she gone? They talking in the hospital. She got hit by an 18-wheeler. Ain't no point in going to the damn hospital. I could see if he said they was talking at the grave site or something like that. What they took her to what they gonna do at the hospital? You get hit by an 18-wheeler. They ain't even gonna put you in a body bag. They gonna put you in a hefty bag. What really happened? They smoke and mirrors. They going in circles with this, and it's gonna be going on for a long time, as long as people interested. But I'm trying to let y'all know it's about to get more interesting, because the more lies being told, the more people gonna start to wake up and say, hey, what really happened? We know the truck in the van, all that shit, some bullshit. They still investigate. People gonna write books. They gonna say some grays, a UFO. They gonna come out with all types of shit. You can let your imagination run wild with this. And I believe that's the point. A lie is more entertaining than the truth, man. They all entertainers. And they figure the music ain't selling. He got all them keyboards and shit. Ain't nobody about to buy nothing that he gonna make. Ain't nobody going to no concert. Ain't nobody about to do a damn thing. They ain't coming out of pocket for nothing. You can get on YouTube, listen to all this stuff for free, and they getting paid in the background. It ain't no charge to you. Somebody got to pay to keep you engaged. And that's what it's all about, man. It's engaging. It got the music industry wrapped up in it. It got the glitz and glamour of R&B and hip hop wrapped up in it. You got a black woman not getting paid when she's supposed to be paid wrapped up in it. You got victimhood wrapped up in it. Shit, it's a hell of a burrito for the public, and people eating this thing up. Wow. Her and Diddy could be somewhere with Russell Simmons living it up. I don't think Diddy in jail. They ain't showed not one picture of that man in the orange jumpsuit. They ain't show no pictures of him in the courtroom. They got a bunch of paintings and shit. They talking about he in the worst prison in New York City. Ain't nobody came out of there and did a blog about Diddy. No, Tasha K, she know how to get in touch with security guards at prisons and things. She put R. Kelly on blast. Ain't nobody got the scoop on Diddy. As far as we know, he ain't even in jail. And with this Angie Stone situation, we don't know what the hell going on for real. Hold on. Y'all need to listen at this.
Things happening in the case that don't make a shred of sense. Y'all know how they've been telling us that she passed away when the van that she and the rest of her team were in flipped over, but new eyewitnesses are now coming forward to claim that Angie did not pass away from the initial crash, but from the van that rammed into her after she was pulled out from the crash. But that's not all. It turns out that Angie was trying to get out of the van before it crashed. So does this mean that she knew that something was wrong? And where on earth is the truck driver who rammed into her? This drama is insanely shady, so let's break it down. On March 1st, 2025, Angie and her crew were heading back from a Mardi Gras concert in Alabama, cruising down the highway in a Sprinter van. They'd been in town working on a new project, filming in the area, but decided to take a break to soak in the celebration. It was meant to be a quick escape, a little fun before diving back into work. The ride started off like any other, smooth and uneventful, until everything went sideways, literally. Out of nowhere, the van lost control and flipped over. All 9 passengers were scared, but miraculously, no one was critically critically hurt. Just as they were trying to process what had just happened and reached out for help, the situation took an even darker turn. A semi-truck barreling down the highway at full speed suddenly slammed into the wrecked Sprinter, crushing it on impact. The sheer force of the collision was catastrophic, and unfortunately, Angie didn't survive. She was the only one who lost her life that night, a heartbreaking reality that left her team in shock and her loved ones completely shattered. At first, it seemed like nothing more than a terrible accident, a devastating case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But as the days passed, people couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. The more they thought about it, the more the details didn't add up. How did the truck not see the wreckage? Why was it moving so fast in an area where traffic?
Oh my God. See, hey, I don't say it all I could possibly say. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Was that Angie Stone in that soul food restaurant in Atlanta? Most likely it wasn't. But we don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe. Y'all could believe what y'all want to believe. But there's way too many coincidences of what's going on in the entertainment industry when it comes to women of color and how people been trying to, force the narrative that people ain't getting paid the way they should be getting paid. And now you got all this stuff wrapped up together. I showed y'all what happened with Taraji P. Henson and Tyler Perry and all this stuff. So it's a possibility that, when they get together and they little clubs, they little groups, sororities and stuff, and they coming up with plans and they got to, call for action, put some history out there, whatever the case is. And for all my sisters out there, whoever done pledged or whatever the case is, I don't mean no disrespect, but I know it's a sisterhood out there. They got the Delta. I ain't trying to get in trouble. I don't want no smoke with these people because they mean business, man. Got the Delta Theta, Sigma Theta, got Alpha Kappa Alpha, Zeta Phi Alpha. These sisters ain't playing. They'll pull some heists on your ass. Sigma Gamma Rho, incorporated 1929. This shit go way back, way back. Your great-great-grandmama probably was a part of the Omega Phi Psi Alpha. Shit's creepy. And they ain't no telling what they, Y'all need to be careful. Y'all see a fine-ass sister. She hop out of a Benz. She got her hair done, her booty done and stuff. You walk up on her, she be like, nigga, get back. Alpha Phi, Alpha. She start throwing up gang signs on your ass. They be holding hands. This that color purple shit, man. Be some bad sisters. Do some Harry Potter shit to your ass. You're going to be messed up for real. Them AKAs, them DPGs and all that shit. They gang banging on campus. They'll whoop your ass. You going to be an Angie Stone mystery. They drag your ass to that cemetery behind the school. You see James Earl Jones over there. Like, I thought that nigga was dead. You never know. There's some creepy. Look at them. That shit weird. You got to do what you got to do to get ahead, though. And if your sisters call for action, hold on. I know she wasn't pledging. Is that a pledge? I don't know. I ain't been to college. Hell, I barely went to high school. So that's how you know I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Don't take my word for it. The sequence, they probably was a part of that. The Sigma Pi Alpha or whatever the case is. Well, damn, I ain't know Loretta Devine was a rapper. I just thought she was a Hollywood actor. People got to start somewhere, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Tayana Ali, Angie Stone, and Leela James named honorary Zelta Phi Alpha Beta members for career and civic achievement. See, hey man, I'm about to get out of here. I don't know everything. But like I said, They call your ass to action. Per the sorority, the women have demonstrated outstanding commitment to civic engagement and the advancement of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Inc. principles, man. Sisters ain't getting paid what they supposed to get paid. We got to do something together as a collective. We gonna have to figure out how we can really get the money that we deserve. They've been playing with our money for a long time, sisters. This is a call for action. What we gonna do? People make it seem like Angie Stone was a lone wolf and she ain't had nobody backing her in her claims for women's equality or whatever the case is, man. Y'all gotta look at this. The Divine Nine organization recently announced that 15 women, oh, y'all can't even see this. I do apologize, man. I ain't even set it up for y'all. Now I gotta run all that back. Tiana Ali, Angie Stone, and Leela James named honorary Zeta Phi Beta members for career and civic achievements. Per the sorority, the women have demonstrated outstanding commitment to civic engagement and the advancement of Zeta Phi Alpha Sorority Inc.'s principles. They organize, they connected. Whatever they got to do to advance the sisterhood, then that's what they're going to do collectively. The illustrious Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated just welcome new members into their fold. Get down and lay down. The Divine Nine organization recently announced that 15 women were inducted as honorary members into its Alpha Omega chapter. Per the sorority, the women have demonstrated outstanding commitment to civic engagement and the advancement of the Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Inc.'s principles of scholarship, service, sisterhood, and finer womanhood. And Tyler Perry had to pay for the damn funeral. Wait a minute, man. This ain't adding up. Tyler Perry shouldn't have had to pay for a damn thing. Unless he's Zeta Pi Alpha, whatever. Man, look, I ain't about to be talking about these people because these people got a whole lot of money. And all it takes is for them to make one phone call and shut somebody's shit down. So I'm going to leave it alone. But she was incorporated with them people for sure. I don't know how deep the rabbit hole go. I got to listen to this before I leave, though. Listen.
They weren't just for her, because each of us that are further along in our careers, we're trying to leave the door open for every Black actress that's coming up behind us. And the fear that she had and the despair that she had was that she is not making enough to be able to tell them what they should be asking for. And she knows that if it's hard for her, it's even harder for them. So it broke my heart. And I think that's why everybody's been responding and chiming in and making sure she knows that we love her and we support her and that we're walking the same path with her.
Yeah, I want to play a little bit to what you were talking about here, about what she said in a separate interview.
Where's my raise? I haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this? If it's all just for me, why are you here?
Pay in any industry in some ways is very subjective. I can only imagine in Hollywood it's even more so. What do you think is the reason that, Hollywood executives get away with paying someone like Taraji less and not giving her a raise movie to movie, role to role?
Well, systemic racism is a part of everything that happens in this nation. But beyond that, I think that there's this thing where they pit people against each other, where the idea is, well, if you don't want to do it, we'll get somebody else to do it. And somebody's rent may be due. And so they may take the lesser amount. And we are lesser as an industry because we don't get to have the brilliance of someone as Taraji because they don't want to pay them what they're worth. And it's a fight that, white actors don't have and white female actors don't have. And what she said that really resonated with me, Abby, was when she said, even if she fights and gets what she needs for this particular film, she has to start all over again the next time she gets a film.
Yeah.
It all depends on what the film is and what the film is about. You know, you ain't getting top dollar for no hoochie ass movie playing Yvette and Baby Boy. I mean, they ain't giving you 20 mil for that. To be crying and calling somebody, I hate your black ass. Ain't nobody paying you 20 million for that. Now, if the movie curriculum was different and there was some science fiction shit, and they know all them Harry Potter fans gonna be coming, well, hell, if y'all come with something more decent or more appropriate to where you're not degrading yourselves, then hell, we ain't gonna be degrading your pay. You can't get paid no 20 million for being Cookie on Empire. Them whole price. If you want to act like a hoe, they gonna pay you like a hoe, man. And I know that sounds messed up, but that's the truth of the matter. It's all about the content that they put out. You gonna be a stripper in the movie, or you gonna get a bunch of ones to go with shit. You gonna get paid stripper prices, which is good, but it ain't Hollywood good. But that's what y'all out here doing. They need to switch up the curriculum, start coming with something more thought-provoking, something with mass appeal. I know they try to appeal to a certain audience, but it's really degrading everybody, not just the actors or the directors. It's degrading the people that watch the shit as well. And they keep on producing stuff like this. And I get it. You do have a demographic that love the type of stuff that Taraji P. Henson is in. And that demographic, you know, is a small demographic compared to somebody that's into science fiction or something, or drama, or real acting. Denzel ain't got no problem with getting paid. Shit, Viola Davis ain't got a problem with getting paid because she's versatile. She ain't never played no hoochie in no movie. Viola Davis ain't never busted open on cam or say anything off the wall, call somebody a black bastard. You couldn't pay Viola Davis to be crying over no Tyrese. So that's her fault, man. Them the roles that she took. Oprah ain't complaining about no money. It's all about what you're willing to do or what you do. Once you typecast it, it's over. They ain't trying to give you no more money if you already don't put yourself out there like you ratchet or whatever the case is. But Angie Stone, they feel like she wasn't ratchet enough. They would have loved it if she would have did a song with Lizzo and bent over in front of the camera. They would have threw money at her if she would have went along and did some old zesty madness. So, you know, it's bad all the way around, but people claiming that Angie Stone may still be alive. I think she gone. And I want y'all to say rest in peace to Angie Stone, but I can understand why people coming up with these rumors and things. I'm about to get out of here. Y'all let me know what y'all feel about it in the comment section below. And before I go, let me say this. Everything I said is allegations, speculations for entertainment purposes. I ain't got no proof of nothing. I'm just going based off of what they saying on the internet, what people saying around in the neighborhood. Me personally, I feel like she gone. Rest in peace to Angie. And that's it, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. Got so much love for y'all.